Stops, We're not borrowing that again, by the looks of it.
Cheers. Is that your first ever one?
Yeah.
Nice. Enjoy.
We are 6 minutes away from delivering £10,000 worth of check. Stops,
Hello. How are we doing? Why is my... There we go. My equalizer had shrunk. The joys of OBS. Oh yeah, 4 o'clock tomorrow, is it? 4 o'clock? It's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I remember correctly. Thing is, if it's a remake or a remaster, I don't know. It needs to be something new now, I guess, in terms of when it comes to Oblivion. So, yeah. What's the likelihood of a new account who has never entered before winning a giveaway? The same as anybody else, to be fair, Aaron. Or Aaron. Or Aaron. I say that because we've had people who've been playing for some time that haven't had a win. We've had people who've literally... The one that stands out actually was from a couple of years ago, so I just remember being so excited when we phoned Lucy, who won I think it was a 3080 Ti graphics card, saw an advert that day, bought I think it was 4 or 5 tickets that day, and then we phoned her live in the evening that day. So it can happen that, you know, if you've bought, as long as you've got a ticket, you've got a chance, is the way to see it. Or that age-old saying, you've got to be in it to win it. So although we can't guarantee that any one individual will win, we can guarantee every single draw that you see on the website. So I'll go through how it all works in a moment. Welcome to Com City, by the way, Aaron. Is it Aaron or Aaron? Aaron. Well, Aaron is the outstanding joke is here. But yeah, as I say, you've got as much a chance as any. Obviously, for those that are in a position to purchase more tickets for the competitions, then yes, their chances are technically higher in terms of probability. But so I'll give you an example, actually, Aaron, is in terms of our legendary tech bundles. So if you're new here, we do, you'll see them. In fact, Ray's in the midst of getting one sorted ready to be live in a bit. But we've become well known for what we call a legendary tech bundle, which is often £10,000 worth of tech. Or you can, I will do the introductions, by the way. I'll introduce myself in a second, but you've fired away with quite a good question. or you can opt for £8,000 tax-free cash. How are we doing, Kingsman? You good? And historically with those, there's only, I think, one person has won who maxed out tickets. But historically, as a rule with those, there was Dujon who had 25 entries, but it was only 25 pence an entry. Because they're normally like 99 pence or sometimes like a £1 something. Or they vary in cost. But yeah, when we did them like really cheap to enter, you had 25 entries. So in the grand scheme of things, if that was £1 an entry, it'd obviously be less. Emma won with just 4 tickets, was a new player. John Blake won with just 1 ticket. That was crazy. He's the only person who's won a legendary tech bundle with 1 ticket, but that was absolutely blooming crazy. I thought it was good. But yeah, as I say, it's just a case of being in it to win it. If you're in a position that you can purchase more tickets, by all means do so. As I say, in terms of laws of probability, your chances are increased, but it doesn't guarantee you the win. There are people that are in a position that can afford to purchase max tickets, and you don't see the times that they lose. And then you'll get someone who'll come in who will get a handful of tickets, or even just 1, and have walked away with the win. So as I say, it's just a case of entering with what you can afford. The one thing that we do say is please play responsibly. If you're playing here at ComCity, and that goes for any site that you're playing on, please play responsibly. Make sure you're playing with what you can afford, and just having that chance of being in it to win it is the be all and end all. The bottom line is we're all at the mercy of what we call RNG, which stands for random number generator. And as I say, you'll get to see what that is on the live draw itself. I always run through and show you how that works before we actually draw for any winners. Who else in chat? So we got Lisa, we have MZ, we have Adam, Jones the lad, what's up? We got Ruth, Rusty. We have Aaron, welcome as well, by the way. So we got the Kingsman and Aaron, are new players and new to the community. If you're not in our community groups already, get yourselves involved. We have Les, Julie, Brian. How we doing, Gemma? How are you doing? What else we got? More importantly, who are you? What do you do? I'll do that. What's your bank and building society? My name's Scott. I'm a company director here at ComCity Giveaways, and our bank with NetWest. Pedro, how we doing? Rebel, what's up? How are we doing? Where is the? I have got this soundbite for because her surname's LeBlanc. How you doing? How we doing? Haven't won in a while, but I've won a prize with 1 ticket, and my last one was a PC. That was epic. That was really good. So what I'm going to do, chat, there's obviously a couple of newbies in here, so a huge warm welcome to you lot if you're lurking. And as I say, I'm new to your screens. I'm about to run through the introductions. This is the team. So you've got myself and Ray. We are the company. So I'm Scott, if you haven't guessed already. Are the company directors. We launched ComCity Giveaways now back in 2020, so we're well established within this industry and niche. We got Gavin, our media manager, and I always like to say all-round legend because the guy is an absolute legend. You'll get to see on the live draws and stuff as well. You got Mum, aka Candy, is our customer services manager, and then Chris is our operations manager. So between the two that you see like on the end here, they're primarily the two that you talk with about your instant wins. Chris also messages or emails, a post draw day. So basically, if you win on a live draw, Chris will then send you an email letting you know about your win. And then we get your claim forms and stuff back and sort it out. But Chris will be the one that sends out like any physical prizes or gets them ordered as well. So that's the team. So we're a friends and a family run team. If you are new here in terms of ComCity Giveaways, so what is ComCity Giveaways? I always like to say this is the place to be if you're interested in anything gaming, tech, or cash related goodies. This is the place to be. For example, everything under Quest, I'll go through a full breakdown in a minute, but we do PCs, both with where we've got good relationships with the likes of Scan and in-house built PCs. For example, this Mr. Freeze V3 PC was built in-house, 25 pence an entry. Blaming beautiful, mate. Beautiful. But we do things like VR headsets, 3D printers, chances to win cash, Lego. Also, just by being part of one of our 2 communities, be it on Facebook or our Discord community, and then also just being active on the website, you get automatically entered into these 2 prizes. Chance to win cash, laptops, scroll through, and there's absolutely loads on the website, even Pokemon goodies here as well. This one we're actually creating 3 winners with, £2 an entry. Blaming brilliant. So that's the website, and what we're about into is we mainly do competitions for like tech and gadget stuff, which is, we're all nerds, man. Me and Ray are massive geeks, as well as like Chris, and the only one who's not a huge geek is Mum, but she's our customer services queen. She's an absolute legend. But I guess I've got to say that she is my mum after all. But no, she is an absolute legend. Those of you that have had the pleasure to deal with her know what I'm on about. I'm going to go through the process of sort of how we pick our winners, with the exception of the random number generator. I show that on the live draw. Sharon, welcome. So how do we pick our winners? So when competitions come to an end on a draw day, or if they sell out early, what we do then is entry lists will go live like this. You're going to get a list that will appear. Obviously, it'll say the date of the 21st, but this is from the last draw. So entry lists will look like this, and we pre-publish them. So this will give you the chance to open them up with us when we go live. So the reason that comps close at 6 and then we go live at 7, it gives this guy here a chance to, how are we doing, Sophie? A chance to do the entry list for you. Now, the entry list will always show what we're drawing for, total amount of tickets that should have sold. So if you are new here, one thing I'd like to make clear for you is that every single prize you see on the website has a guaranteed draw. No matter how good or how bad it sells, which today there's some absolutely insane odds. So looking at these, the best odds I've seen for a laptop anywhere. As I say, that's not even 15% sold and is being guaranteed a guaranteed draw on Thursday. It's only 50p an entry. So no matter if that doesn't sell any more tickets, boosh, it's still going out the door. That's how we operate here. So every single draw has a guaranteed draw, regardless of sellout. And then the entry list will also show you what the cost of the entries were. Now, because we guarantee every single draw, entry lists, so if a competition doesn't sell out, you will see missing ticket numbers on it. For example, you can see here from 1 to 3 to 6 to 8 to 10. If a competition doesn't sell out, then those tickets never sold, so they're not going to be in there. Pauline. I'll catch up in a second. But you'll see that there will be missing ticket numbers on the entry list for the sheer fact that those tickets never sold. What we then use is Google's RNG, which stands for Random Number Generator, and on the live draw itself, so this is a pre-live chat. This is where I basically have a little chinwag with you lot, the community, let you know what's ending, and then we go live again, as you can see in the far left corner, from 7 PM to draw for our winners. So yeah. So every prize you see on the website is guaranteed. Where was I going with that? My brain. I think I covered it. I'm just trying to think then. Yeah, if a competition hasn't sold out, obviously there will be missing ticket numbers. That was it. So we use Google's RNG to find our winners, which stands for Random Number Generator. So in this instance, I put between 1 and 75,000 into RNG, hit generate. Whoever we land on would be the winner. If we land on an unsold number, I simply come back to the RNG screen, so Random Number Generator, and I keep hitting generate until we find our winners. So as I say, every prize on the site, guaranteed draw, guaranteed winner when we go live. Just sometimes it might be a case that I'll be re-rolling a couple of times. And that's basically us in a nutshell in terms of sort of the competitions that we run. How do you enter a competition? So I'll play you a quick video in 3, 2, 1. This is how.
Hello there. So you would like to enter a Comp City competition. So firstly, head on over to compcitygiveaways.co.uk, find a competition that you would like to enter the amount of tickets, and when you're done shopping, head on over to your basket in the top right corner. Punch in your details, such as name, address, and email. Upon paying, you will be greeted by a thank you for order page with your assigned tickets. It's that easy.
And it's at this point that you will find out if you've won an instant win. Good luck.
Oosh, and that's how you get yourselves involved. So I can see a couple of questions here before I dive into everything else. You're going to find, especially if you're new here, you're going to find that we're very interactive. Even on the live draws as well as these pre-lives. If I see questions, I will try and get them answered. So Aaron's asked there, how did Comp City start? Always kind of sort of say with a little bit of tragedy, to be honest. It's a famous step song. But basically, Ray was in a position of losing his brother, lost his brother, sorry, and basically inherited and adopted an English bull. I lost my dad, don't worry, no love lost. It was an estranged relationship. And basically the timings meant that Ray was working away long hours. I had a little bit of sort of money coming through. And it was a case of investing in you know, mine and Ray's future. Ray wanted to be at home with the dog, which for those of you who've been here a while know is Roxy. She's absolutely beautiful. And we obviously wanted to do something to sort of, you know, set this up. So here we are 4 years later after getting through all of that. Well, nearly 5 years now, but we've been trading just over 4 years. So we got this set up back in 2020 for the sheer fact that Ray wanted to be at home with the dog, and we wanted to be able to do, so we played other sites ourselves, and we were like, we could do this, and we wanted to bring something sort of fresh when it comes to like the tech side of things. And so we've had a lot of fun along the way, created thousands of winners, and it's been, the community, I must say, is absolutely insane, which I'm actually going to copy and paste what Lisa's popped here. There we go. So if you're not in our Discord or Facebook community, there is the links for you. Get yourselves involved. So that's sort of how and why we started. And where was the other question from the Kingsman? What do you do? What do you do if you've won, like getting the one item? So what we do with items, so if you, it depends on, I'll go through the process in terms of a live draw and an instant win, because they're both slightly different. So if you win on a live draw, Chris will drop you an email the following day letting you know that you've won and with what prize. We offer a cash alternative on the majority of prizes that we do on the website. So you get a claim form sent to you, you fill in the claim form, pop your ID over, and then you choose if you want the cash or the physical prize. If you want the cash, Mum pays all cash payments, so Candy, between Monday and Friday between the hours of 9 till 5. Chris then sends out or orders any physical prizes on a Wednesday. So we do a draw is every Monday and Thursday, and then prizes go out on a Wednesday of every week. Sometimes if we're drop shipping a prize to you, so from one of our suppliers or distributors, then now and again Chris may get that ordered sooner than a Wednesday, but you'll always be notified. You get your dispatch emails and all of that good stuff as well, so you'll always be communicated with at every step. If you win an instant win, be it cash or a physical prize, you'll get a separate email confirming you've won an instant win. And if there's a cash alternative, again, same process, you fill in a claim form. If it's cash, Mum gets you paid out normally within 24 hours of receipt of that claim form, often sooner. If it's a physical prize, again, that gets added onto Chrissy's list to get ordered out to you again, be it a Wednesday, sometime sooner, but primarily our postage / ordering days for Chrissy are a Wednesday. Pre-order prizes, so depending on what it is, for example, more recently we'll go to the Switch 2 that we've been running competitions for. So once we know an actual release date, so we don't tend to do pre-order prizes for stuff, so we knew there were other sites that were straight on the Switch 2 bandwagon, but there was no release date, so we don't like to run competitions for stuff like that. But when we know a release date, say for example for the 5080s and 5090s that we've done recently, and also the Switch 2s are more recent, obviously once we get those in hand, you'll win said prize. So say you've won a Switch 2, you've won a Switch 2, as soon as that gets in stock, we then get that issued out to you. In the same process again, you would have filled in your claim form, we've got a note that that's ready to be ordered and go out to you, and then once that's sorted, you'll get your dispatch email saying we've got it in stock basically, and it's on its way to you. Just kind of went through that, Pedro, in terms of if you've won on a Thursday, so say you win, if you win tonight, then we'll order or send out your items on a Wednesday. So we basically do Thursday of last week and Monday today on a Wednesday, and then that'll roll over to next week. So if you win Thursday, Monday of next week, that goes out the following Wednesday. So every Wednesday is a physical prize goes out. In terms of cash prizes, they're paid out within 24 hours of the receipt of your form, Monday to Friday, and then, as I say, so yeah, between the hours of Monday till Friday. Do you know what, the best person to speak to that is Was it Winterlicker or was it not Kev? Oh, my brain's gone blank. Oh, what's their name in Discord? They're a huge Steam Deck fan. Because I'm not fully... I would always say The Witcher. I know The Witcher works really well. That's the one game I've had a little bit of hands-on time with. I only played literally 20 minutes on Raze. But that runs incredibly smooth. In terms of that, I'm not sure what runs comfortably on a Steam Deck to advise like other games and stuff. But there's a lot of emulators and stuff that you can run on there as well, so you can play, you know, your Switch games and stuff on there if you want. It wasn't Kevolutions because he's recently come back to Discord. Oh, one Rusty. I'm literally trying to think if they... Oh, I think it might even be Valatorin. It was, yeah. Valatorin's a huge Steam Deck advocate, so he's good to chat to about certain games, and he'll know what runs what. Probably even be able to give you some settings for certain things. I'm 90% sure it was Val, because it's been a while now since I've seen him post stuff. I'm sure it's Val. So Kev Roberts, who's very good with the Steam Deck. He loves his 100%. Practice to raise my chances to win, and I'll do anything. Sometimes apparently not watching a stream helps people, but as I say, you just gotta do you at that point. Missed delivery, we let you know when it's on its way. In terms of anything that leaves our office, there's a 24-hour tracked service that we use, so you'll get your tracking number. You can keep an eye on it. When it comes to our distributors and stuff like that, we get an idea of when it's on its way to you. So we just let you know, when it's on its way, and obviously making yourself available. If it's a missed delivery, with the likes, if we order something from Amazon, they'll just redeliver the next day. The same with DPD or any sort of courier, they'll try again as well. I was busy Friday and Saturday, too busy day chilling. How was yours? Okay, you're chatting amongst each other. What the biggest prizes are in order Christmas time? There's almost always big prizes on the website, Pedro. We run big tech bundles regularly. This one is a full cash game that we are probably going to look to bring forward. Actually, that's already been brought forward. Ray's already done it. So this is now ending on the 28th rather than the 5th of May. So this comp is being brought forward. So as of the 28th of the 4th, this will be being drawn then. So that'll be, when is that? Next Monday. So this will be basically ending next Monday instead of the 5th, which was, so we've knocked a week off of this. So that's the one thing that we'll never do. We'll never extend a competition here at Comp City Giveaways, but we may bring a competition forward. Either it's done really well and it's sold out, or if it's not performing that great, sometimes we'll make space for something else, and that's what we're doing here. We're bringing this forward. So if you want a chance to win £5,000 tax-free cash next Monday, get your entries in on this one. It's 99 pence an entry as well. And yes, Bunny 20. If you use Bunny 20 at checkout today, we've extended the offer from now until midnight. Bunny 20 will give you 20% off your purchase, and there's no minimum spend, as it's it is the Easter holiday weekend. Well, John, how are we doing? And Pedro, to just answer again, basically, if you win on a Thursday, prizes, if you opt for a physical prize, they're ordered and sent out on a Wednesday. If you've won it on Monday, we'll get it. Basically, physical prizes and ordering is primarily done on a Wednesday of every week. So if you won on the Monday, you'll fall into the Wednesday. If you won on a Thursday, you'll fall into the next Wednesday. Does that make sense? If you win cash, we pay you out within 24 hours of the receipt of your claim form. Or if you opt for a cash alternative on a prize, basically. We don't run anything like that, no, Aaron. The sheer fact is, it's really hard to keep track of everyone's birthdays, and you'd be surprised, lo and behold, it's everyone's birthday every day when you try and start doing things like that. So it's something that we toyed with at the very beginning, but there was no way of tracking it. And that would also mean that we would have to keep things like date of birth and stuff on file, and yeah, it's a huge headache when you've got thousands and thousands of players. I got it the Petro. You're just pulling my leg. Yeah, I like that. I like the bants. So yeah, but what we do regularly is on like the pre-lives, you'll see in a little bit later on, we give you a chance to win some store credit. If you join our Discord community, every Friday to Saturday, you're going to see a little giveaway pop up in the announcements channel that you just hit a party popper icon. So you'll see that later on. It's closed now, but you hit a party popper icon and that gives 5 people a chance to win £10 store credit. And also on so it's actually live now, so I'm going to put it in here. Is if you go join our Facebook community, have a look at the featured section, check out for Phone Call Thursdays, leave a comment there, and you could be with a chance of winning £20, providing that you get through the 5 phone calls. So if we ring 5 times and there's no answer, we move on to the next one, and you have to get through Gav's little pranks. He likes to be a bit of a prankster, and you have to get to the point where he says, would you like 20 quid? And you could win £20 from us that way as well. And they're weekly things that we do. So every Monday and Thursdays, we got the feature tonight of the Discord robot race, and then Thursday we do Phone Call Thursdays. Excusez-moi. Yeah, if you don't answer, done. Yeah, I did say it was closed, Julie. And it's been drawn in Discord, but it's not been drawn properly until we do the live draw. So I did say that is now closed, but it's just making them aware that that's available as well. Good day, how we doing, Mikey boy? I've been brainstorming how to answer the phone for weeks at this point. How do you reckon you'd answer the phone? Would you answer the phone? There's some people who chat stuff in chat, like, I'd answer it this way, and then they hang up, or they... the funniest one was... recently we had Brody Cast, and then is it Greg? What was the name? I can't have a look on here. I assume they're brothers or related. What was the name? Gage Carson, and even Brody's like, don't hang up. And yeah, well, Gage was like, no, Tralov, missed out on 20 quid. You'll have to get through the process of Gav giving you a wind up, which is. But to be fair, a lot of people are getting wise to it. Some of you will answer, obviously, and you have a bit of fun with it, like Julie and her certain oldest profession was good fun. Or yeah, sometimes Gav gets called a ball bag or hung up on, and I think Courtney's normally in the pre-live chats. I've not seen him on here today, but Courtney was entered in for it and hung up on Gavin. So I was like, what? So yeah. I'd like to have a bit of fun. So what I'm going to do, chat, is, as I say, it's been a few questions, so I always like to answer those as best I can. That's what these pre-lives are for. So if you're ever, if there are any other questions, especially there's a few newbies in here, I normally go live between sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish for a pre-live, and then we do our live draws on Monday and Thursday from 7. Oh, Pedro, loads, mate. So yeah, if you've got any questions when we're live, don't hesitate to ask. If we make us chat can go quite fast, don't be afraid. Don't spam chat, but don't be afraid to sort of repeat the question if either myself, Gav, or Ray, depending on who's co-hosting the live with me, if we miss it, we'll always answer as best we can. So chat, I'm going to go through the first breakdown now, is that anything under Quest is closing at 6 PM. This means what I'm about to go through is closing with or without you in around 40 minutes time. So this is literally all the time that you've got to get involved. There is a 10p to enter. I repeat, 10 pence an entry for an RTX 5080 Ryzen 7 9800X 3D PC. It's just the PC, so the odds for the PC itself are absolutely incredible. 10 pence an entry is around that sort of 65% sold mark with a guaranteed draw from 7 PM. This is absolutely insane. I'm going to hit F5 on this because when I checked this earlier, this is what? Call it 50% sold, just under 50%, just like a smidge under, and only 2 monitors have been found on here, so by Billy and Richard. There's still, between now and until comps close, chances to win a G3, a G5, the other G6, and yeah, absolutely insane. So the more an instant win competition sells, I like to say this, is the higher your chances are of finding what's left. This had a few left as well yesterday, so we've got one Steam Deck left and a couple of 50 quids there. So again, this is now, what's this getting to? I'm going to minimize all these, close them. This is fast approaching now, what, 80% sold, and there's still a chance to win a Steam Deck LCD, or the... Oh, Court, I was just on about you, Court. I'm doing well. And there's still a chance to win 250 quid or a Steam Deck LCD with that comp as well. 25 pence an entry. Not doing too great. Under 50% sold is the RX 9070 XT there. Really decently rated Radeon card there from XFX. 75 pence an entry. Chance to win 50 quid plus the main prize is £200 tax-free cash. For you, as well as the end prize, 5 pence an entry, and then the newly released Lego Beauty and the Beast Castle as well is up for grabs, 35p an entry, and all of these are closing today at 6 p.m. So you've got, yeah, literally around 40 minutes now to get involved in those comps. Anyone crack the code to bag an instant win? Still waiting for my first. There is no code. There is no spoon. It's literally a case of entering. If you're in a position that you can purchase more tickets, that can sometimes help. And then obviously what some people do and how they like to play is they'll win an instant win, they'll take a cash alternative for it, and they'll put more tickets on. So that sort of creates a bit of momentum for them having more tickets for the main prize. But some people put 10 tickets in and win something. Some people put 100 tickets and win nothing. So it's just sort of like, I'm not. What is it here? I haven't got the aircon out the window, but this is saying 24 degrees. It's still got a thermometer on it. So it's a rather spicy day here in the office, of the home office here. I know it's rather spicy. Win on the wheel, gamble on the monitor, 10p, PC, and walk away with. But imagine, because sometimes you've said stuff in chat, Mike, and it has come true. So good luck when we do the thing. I've got my goat emoji for my phone, so go. Winning just to hang up on them is a power move. Yeah, as I say, the thing of Phone Call Thursdays, you need to wait till Gav says you fancy 20 quid, so he's gonna have he has a bit of fun first. So you've got to answer the phone first. It is off a withheld number, and you've got to, obviously, if you've entered in for it, you've got to have an idea that you're gonna probably receive a phone call at some time Thursday evening. So you gotta be ready for it. Gotta be ready for it. So I'm going to do chat. I've caught up with it. I'm going to do what I like to call the final breakdown now. Let's get ready, baby. Where is it? Where are my sounds? There we go. Let's get warmed up, chat. Stretch it out. Get the lungs going. Never mind. I found them. I found them. And then straight into... I love that's been implemented now for the past few months. The Taylor Swift goat. So this is chat what I like to call, it's the final breakdown. So final breakdown, chat, is everything that we see under Quest is closing at 6 p.m. Again, guaranteed draw, so even if a comp doesn't sell out, it's still ending. We're still going to find a winner from 7 p.m. We got the 10p to enter RTX 5080 PC with a 9000X 3D as well as its CPU. So 10 pence an entry. The main monitor on this has been rated one of the best overall 4K monitors by PC Gamer. It is just 35 pence an entry. If you don't want the monitor, there's an £820 cash alternative for this main prize. But as I say, this is a highly rated monitor that you could potentially win for 35 pence. Guaranteed draw this evening from 7 p.m. You got the main prize on here is a terabyte Steam Deck or 425 quid, but there's still a chance to win 250 quid or a Steam Deck and some 50 quids left to win instantly. And again, the more this sells, the higher your chances to find what's remaining on that competition. So good luck. 25p an entry. 75 pence an entry is the XFX RX 9070 XT. That's flipping hard to say, actually, quickly anyway. 75 pence an entry, under 50% sold with a guaranteed draw this evening. We've then got the 5p multiplier with an end prize of £200 tax-free cash, but still loads of chances to win 50 quid just by entering it as 5 pence an entry. And then, as I say, we've got the newly released Lego Beauty and the Beast Castle, which is doing half decent actually, so that's around the nearly sort of 55% sold mark. Guaranteed draw, and again, these will be closing with or without you at 6 p.m. So get your entries in. No one else bother entering the monitor, it's mine. I wish it worked that way. And don't forget as well, everything that I've just gone through in terms of the website, so what's ending now, what's available for you to enter and win here, as we can see. Make sure to use code BUNNY20 at checkout, and that will give you 20% off of your orders. And that is valid up until midnight, and there is no minimum spend. So good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. So, chat, the time is now that we're going to give you, the audience, a chance to win some store credit right here. Right here. Right now. Right here. Some of you are already on it. You're already on it. So how this works, chat, especially if you're new here, is all I need from you is a number between 1 and 75. I don't want you swapping and changing that number, so just one number per person. The first number that comes to your mind between 1 and 75, pop it in chat straight away. What I'm going to do then is spin the wheel 5 times to try and find a winner. However, I'm live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. If I land on someone and you share your number with someone else, part of the fun is we split the store credit between you. But I have got my no expense bid, Sports Direct cards, and there's a game of higher or lower that we play for a chance for you to, you know, either get some more store credit or at least get your tenner back if you split it with someone else. If it's like 2 split, if it's split like multiple ways, it'll take too long. So, what music can we play? What are we gonna have? A bit of the James the Bond, or do we want the Sonic? And then old school. I'm going to give you to the end of this, and I'm going to start spinning the wheel, chat. Did the numbers actually start? How you doing, Tuckers? What's up? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, it's Archway with 53. Robert Few, the castle is mine. The castle looks awesome, to be fair. It does look really good. So, chat, I'm going to start spinning. You've had enough time. Let's do the little spin of Rooney, baby. So what we got? Shuffle the cards. So we got 70. I don't think I've seen that. 70. Oh, there we with 71. 71 close, but no cigar. We go again. We go again. We got 4 more spins, chat. Let's go. Okay, let's go. 25. Oh, Snowy went off there with 24. Anybody? We got Pauline with 27. Again, close, but no cigar. PMF flips the other side of it with 26. Damn. Damn, Daniel. 26 as well, Rusty. Nope. We go again. We got a chance. We got a chance. 58. Anyone in chat with 58? Nope. Nope. 56. Close. Nope. Nope. 53. Nope. We go again. We go again. Yeah, it's going to be a remaster as well, and I'm just not sure. And like the in-between, what was it, Elder Scrolls Online just didn't sit right. It was, yeah. I think gone are the days... Oh, I think we got Leanne. I think gone are the days that I'll be able to invest time in a game like that. Although I will try my best to set time aside for Witcher 4 when that comes out, because, yeah, I love the Witcher series, if you haven't guessed already. Can I get low enough? There we go, look. Oh, yeah. I think it's just Leanne. Just making sure no one's sharing her number. 37 to Leanne. To Leanne. So, Leanne, are you sticking with £10 store credit, or would you like to play a game of higher or lower? I'm going to shuffle the cards in case she says yes, because I know there's like 10-15 second delay sometimes between platforms. But basically, higher or lower is if Leanne decides to play, I show her a card. She then says higher or lower. If she... Look at my finger. Super glued and butterfly stitched. If she wins, then she walks away with a £15 store credit. If she loses, she walks away with a £5. But I do stick this time, please, Leanne says. I do leave the jokers in, so if I showed her a joker, she would instantly get an additional £5. But she wants to stick with £10 store credit. No problem, my dear. So Leanne, if you can drop me a message on our Facebook business page, I'll get. Oh, so I've got a super sharp chef's knife. I like to cook. I haven't got Gav's camera, so it won't autofocus, which you're lucky actually, because the nail looks gross. I was cutting butternut. Anything else, I claw cut, but because it was butternut squash, I had to hold it a certain way to get the end section, and this finger was like, hello, through there, and then I redecorated part of my kitchen. As I'm trying to get to the sink, because you do that initial with some swear words. I've noticed that's hit the ceiling, and then I've gone and then swung across to the sink. I should have gone left instead of right, and it just managed to, yeah. So I've and then helping like Chris and Ray, like with their move and stuff. I've had like three physical days where this hasn't healed properly, so I'm hoping now. And then even this morning I did a workout, and it sort of tried to split again. I'm like, I just want to get on. It's surprising how much we use our fingers. We take it for granted, don't we? Just basic, even things when you're dressing yourself, you're obviously grabbing onto it. And this, as I say, well, can't quite see it, but from here I've cut sort of around nearly 3/4 of the way through, so I've nearly lost the top of my finger. Don't worry, Scott, B&Q have a sale on paint. Yeah, I tried to clean it up as best I could, but because it's like just matte paint. But I'm gonna give it a rest now for a few days. I'm gonna not work out or anything like that. I'm just gonna become a keyboard warrior. Hopefully the super glue and the butterfly stitches help. I'll just redo it in the evenings after a shower or something, and just is what it is. 'Tis what it is. So yeah, Leanne, drop us a message on our Facebook business page. You should have seen me, Joanna. When I cut this, I was laughing. I sent it to the boys in our one of our media chats, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm just laughing to myself, just seeing where the blood spatter went. Yeah, I'm not easily grossed out by stuff like that. It was just when it went through, I was like, yeah. And I knew the moment that I felt it hit the skin, I knew I was screwed. Put it that way. I knew I was screwed because I know how sharp I keep that knife, and I was like, yeah. And the fact that I felt it, what felt like it skimmed the bone, because it's your bone's like here somewhere, and I've like cut. Yeah. What a douche! What a douche! Nice. Oh my god, it's really hot in here. Actually, it almost feels like I've got a cold, but I haven't. I'm gonna have to open that up and get the window open. Oh, I washed the knife. Yeah, everything's clean. I tried cleaning the walls, but yeah, that just didn't happen. So yeah, I technically need to actually paint the kitchen now. So chat, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Just Jester. So what's the? Oh, I can shake the names out now because that is now finished, isn't it? Is your name Jester? Oh yeah, it is just Jester as well. So who have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we've got Red Mist, Sweet and Sour, Adam. I love the fact it's still Pixie Dust Midget. LeBlanc, we got Halo Man of the Something Brigade, Wayne Care, TTV, Just Jester, Paddy Murphy, Davis, and AJ5449. So out of you 10, half of you will get a chance to win. Well, will win. Half of you will win 10 points store credit. We'll just see what the robot race decides later. So good luck, good luck, good luck. We'll be live from 7 p.m. again tonight to find our winners. So a huge good luck to all involved. If you're new here, I hope you've enjoyed the little pre-live. I say little, we've been live for like 43 minutes. But again, it was nice to answer your questions as well. So if you have any questions when we're live or how things work, anything that we missed, just let us know as well. But other than that, I love you. Peace out. A-Town. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.